Hello, my name is Elkrief, and today I'd like to talk to you about one form of spiritual conditioning, and that is that negative thoughts are bad and that they mean something about us. Okay? So let's look at it. Let's look at what this belief is. So many people come to me and they say, I have so many negative thoughts in my head, I'm not making progress, means I'm not awake, means I'm doing something wrong, it's bad that I can't disbelieve them, all this stuff. It's bad that they still pop up. So many ideas about negative thoughts. But let's stop for a second and come back to the facts. Is a negative thought factually bad to have? Where does that exist? Look, there's a thought pops up, it says, that person is doing something wrong, or I'm doing something wrong. Who says that thought is bad? Is it factually bad to have that thought? Where does wrong exist? It's wrong to have that thought. How do we know? You see, the idea that certain thoughts are good and certain thoughts are bad is just a concept. It doesn't exist in reality. It doesn't exist as a fact. Any idea that some thoughts are bad and some thoughts are good is just an idea. It's just another thought. So anytime you have a negative thought and then say, oh, it's bad that I'm having this thought, ask yourself the question, who says it's bad to have this thought? Who says that? Who is the one saying that? Where does it come from? Does the one who's noticing the thought say that the thought is bad? Who is the one that has a problem with certain thoughts? Just another thought. That's it. The only one that has problem with thoughts is thoughts. You don't have a problem with any thought. You're just the one noticing these thoughts. You don't have any problem with them. It's just another thought pops up and says, that thought is bad. And then you think, I think that thought is bad, or that thought is bad. But it's just a thought saying that, not you. It's not real. Thoughts are just thoughts, end of story. Any idea that one is good and one is bad, or one is wrong and one is right, is just a concept being superimposed onto thoughts. It's not part of reality. And then we have this idea that if I have negative thoughts in my head and judgments and anxieties about the future or whatever, that means I'm not making progress. That means I'm no good and I'm not a good person or a loving person or a spiritual person. But stop for a second. Let's look at the facts. Where do thoughts pop up from? Who puts the thoughts in your mind? Who puts the negative thoughts in your head? Who puts the positive thoughts in your head? Take a moment and look. Ask yourself, I wonder what the next thought to pop up in my head will be. I wonder what it will be. Wait for it. Did you pick the thought? Who put that thought there? Where did it come from? How do you know it has anything to do with you? You're just sitting here. Or standing there, whatever. You don't need to make any effort to think. It just happens on its own. Thoughts pop up. You aren't the one thinking. Thoughts think. Thoughts pop up. So regardless of whether it's a negative thought or a positive thought, it means nothing about you. It's just a thought. A thought says something positive. A thought says something negative. Not I am thinking something positive or negative. You see, it doesn't mean anything about you. Okay? And then here's the other conditioning that I come across, and that is, if I have negative thoughts, it means I'm not making progress. It means I'm not getting it. No, it doesn't mean that. Look, a negative thought pops up. End of story. That's reality. Negative thought popped up. Then interpretation of reality. Your interpretation of the facts is, because that thought arose, that means something about me. But look, that doesn't exist as part of the facts. That's just a theory. It's an uninvestigated theory about what a negative thought means about you. But look, it doesn't matter whether there's positive thoughts or negative thoughts. You are not the thoughts. So it doesn't mean you're not making progress, because there's nobody there to make progress. You're the one noticing thoughts. You are not these thoughts of, I am this seeker, I am this one who's trying to figure it out. That's not you. That's an idea of you. Okay? So look, even according to the idea of you of when you will wake up or anything, many teachers, many awakened people go from having completely negative thoughts and being depressed to just waking up in an instant. Right? And many people have more positive thoughts and they never wake up. So how do you know that negative thoughts mean you're further away from whatever your idea of awakening or peace is? It doesn't mean that. And really, it doesn't matter whether you have negative thoughts or positive thoughts in your mind. The peace that we are, the peace that is our nature, is not dependent on the content of the thoughts in your head. You see, we're a step back from that. You are a step back from that. You aren't the thoughts that arise in your mind. Your happiness, your peace, your wholeness is not affected by the thoughts in your head until you identify with them, until you think that's who you are. But it's not who you are. Okay? So I think that's all I'm going to say in this video. So thank you for watching, and please don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions about that, or you can comment below. I'll see you on the next video.